Hey everybody, this week I'm going to talk about politics, which is something I usually don't do. I'm primarily a video gaming channel, and I want to make people happy. And I worry that talking about politics could interfere with that, as it could offend someone. It's a very divisive topic, politics, and I just want to make people happy and share my love of video games with you. And I wouldn't want people to think that I would not want them to play a video game with me or not want to have them enjoy a video game just because I share a different political position than I do. So, anyways, without further ado, it's after the election, so I think people will be a bit more forgiving if I reveal my political position, but I am a little bit worried and anxious to do so. In any case, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I think that people can be rather understanding given the right circumstances. So, I was a Hillary voter and a Bernie Sanders supporter and voter. I voted for him in the primary and then for Hillary in the election. And it might be a bit awkward for me to say this, but I'm not entirely unhappy that she lost. I'm just a happy guy in general. And a bit naive, I will agree. And some people may give me that assessment, but fair enough. I think that Donald Trump could actually be a good thing for America, despite the fact that many of my fellow Democrats are dismayed or even protesting the decision, which is a position that actually I advise against. I think that protesting is a outdated method of expressing one's political beliefs these days in the modern internet era that we live in. The modern in the age of communication, going outside and waving a sign doesn't seem to be quite as effective as it used to be. I don't think that it's completely without merit, but everyone kind of agreed with Occupy Wall Street's objectives of breaking up the big bank, and yet I felt really awkward when they were like, hey, point of process, I don't like anyone who's a celebrity, coming in and talking this. I don't like these. I like this, don't like this. These hand gestures, you remember the hand gestures of the human microphone? We are the human megaphone. The human megaphone. It takes us forever to say anything. It's like all of the cognitive complexity kind of disappears with protests because it's hard to make a nuanced argument and turn it into a chant. And it's even worse when you're using that stupid human megaphone idea. There was just a lot of things that is like, wow, how can something that I support so much lose its way so significantly? Is basically the question I find myself asking for both of these candidates. But let's look at Hillary first. Well, corruption is her problem. She's corrupt, but she's corrupt in a way where she's doing whatever it takes to win. And the thing is I feel like it was a sort of corruption where she was doing it because she just wanted to do what she thought was right for America at all costs. And that's the real problem. You're going a bit too far to win. And similarly, Trump, he has a corruption to him. It's a sort of a personal self-serving corruption. And I'm hopeful that his personal self-serving sort of corruption, just a businessman, it's all about me, greed, will translate to positive things for America potentially if he sees America as an extension of himself, so that if he does something beneficial for America, it'll ultimately benefit him. Please consider that option, Trump. I really want to like you. So, in any case, the reason I'm kind of happy that Hillary lost is it shines a spotlight on the loss of my original candidate that I supported, Bernie. It was revealed in the WikiLeaks scandal that there was corruption not only in Hillary's camp, where, Bernie didn't get a fair shake, and that's no good. You want your ideals to win under the most dire of circumstances, or at least given a fair shake. You don't want your ideals to win in a slanted, unfair environment. If you win a fight against a weak opponent, that does not make you a weak fighter. It just makes you a person who's in good circumstances. I feel like in debating, if you want to see a good debate, you don't choose a straw man. You don't debate a wall. You debate the most eloquent of opponents. And if you can beat that opponent in skewed circumstances, If you can beat a strong opponent in skewed circumstances, unfair circumstances, that shows that you have a really powerful idea, a really powerful ideal. And I feel that there was not enough faith in people's ideals. There was just too much attempting to win on both sides. And so, yeah, next time I feel that it's good that Trump won, because it gives the Democrats an opportunity to clean house and do things right the next time. I believe they can. And I worry that if Hillary had won, it would have in some way justified her actions and the actions of the Democratic National Committee to cheat Bernie. The cheating, we wouldn't care. And that is a shame, because it's probably true. It's not that people wouldn't entirely think it's wrong. People would agree it's wrong, but they just wouldn't care enough to do something about it, because they'd rather win. And equally on Trump's side, I have to say that just winning is not a justification. It is, the ends do not justify the means. And so equally on Trump's side, there was a lot of hate against various groups, a lot of xenophobia, a lot of hate towards Muslims, towards the Mexicans, towards immigrants, towards Syrian refugees, towards minorities in general, and to Black Americans to a certain extent. And it's highly concerning. And I believe that Trump's surely, the majority of Republicans can agree that Trump's victory does not justify hate and those sort of things. And I am happy that Trump has backed off on that sort of rhetoric, the more hateful rhetoric that he used to get him elected. And I see sort of an angry outcry from the people who supported hateful rhetoric now that he has won. They're angry because they want to scream out in anger, because they want people to say, yes, we are justified. Yes, I am justified in my anger. And also to try to get, Donald Trump to sort of remember the anger and remember, don't forget about us when you become president. But hopefully Donald Trump's like, yeah, forget you, you angry people. I'm actually gonna do good things for America. I would like to see that. I would like to see Donald Trump do really good things for America to become greater than ever, because I believe we are in a great country. So I do disagree with the again parts of his slogan, make America great again. I think it's a pretty great place, but there's a lot of things that have been stymied, like infrastructure. For some reason, we couldn't agree on infrastructure as a nonpartisan issue, when it's a nonpartisan issue. And I don't think any of us want to fall into a river or a ravine next time we drive across a bridge. So maybe now we can all agree to pass some legislation that benefits us all. Republicans, please, let's stick to more neutral legislation, at least at first, to get us kind of settled in. And then you can build up some goodwill, and then you can betray that goodwill supporting your partisan politics and your things that you only care about. But please, just a little bit for America to make America better. But I want the Republicans, or just continue doing things that we all like and enjoy, and America becomes super prosperous, and then we're really happy 4 years later with you. You have a lot of popular supports. Wouldn't it be great if the Republicans did great things for America and they generated a lot of public supports? And then wouldn't it be even better if Bernie still won 4 years later? Because that's the thing I want to see. I want to see a really good debate against ideals under the ideal circumstances. Because when you beat someone who's really strong, it shows that you're stronger. So give us the strongest opponent. Give us the ideal circumstances next election. We lost the most disappointing of elections, where weak opponents were fighting on a slanted field, and it was a shame regardless of who won. Let's win the election where both sides are proud. Let's win that one. Bernie's going to get a fair shake in 4 years. and it's going to be a good fight. So prepare well is what I say. It should be interesting. But call me naive. My argument is largely a naive one, and I will accept that. But the Republicans haven't done anything that has disappointed me yet. They haven't done anything bad yet. So what do I have to feel unhappy about? Maybe there's a few things to feel anxious about, but I don't have time for angst and worry. Honestly, personally, I've spent a lot of the last year being really depressed, and now I'm really happy. I've pulled myself out of that situation, and I'm done being unhappy. I'm done being depressed. So I kind of have an indomitable spirit at the moment where not much can get me down, which makes me very happy. So I'm taking the optimistic approach about this. I'm hoping that the Republicans, with their non-Washington Insider brand of corruption, their self-serving corruption, one might say, this new brand of corruption hopefully is better than the old flavor. And hopefully things will turn out for the best. I really hope so. Or at least in 4 years, we'll have a really good election for a change. So, that's my thoughts. I think that a lot of people are worried, but I think we shouldn't be. And ultimately protesting on the streets, I think it's a bad idea as well, because you're out there on the streets and you're all cold, and I get to make my argument from a nice warm room. and I get to, you've listened to a lot more words from me than you would have if I was on the streets. I imagine trying to fit all this on a sign or put it into a chant. It just wouldn't work. So, yeah, I like expressing myself in this way. Thank you for allowing me to express my political position. I hope that I haven't offended you, and I do hope you join me for more gaming in the future. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to play Don't Starve Together tomorrow for my live stream. I'm going to try to set up a server, and I've also got a Discord server, so that potentially what I want to try to organize is a situation where I have a server that you can join into and play a game with me if you also have Don't Starve Together, and the Discord server will allow us to chat with one another using a voice chat. Discord is a voice chatting service, and it's free, and it's pretty easy to use. So, yeah, I'll have that link available so that, and then potentially, if we're linked together on a Discord server, that means that your voice chat could potentially become, a thing. You could potentially be a guest on the live stream, as it were, if you log into the Discord and things work out, and you're not, constantly trying to troll the live stream, as it were, which I am potentially opening myself up to a potential trolling avenue, but I think I can handle myself. There's settings and things. But in any case, and same with opening up the Don't Starve Together server. There's potential somebody might come in to troll the game, but I'll be setting it up on a password, so at least, if nothing else, at least you'll be my troll. You'll be specifically trolling me, and at least that means something. It means that there was some forethought. At least you're thinking about me, You're taking time out of your day. But, ultimately, I have a weird thought about trolling. The kind of trolling I don't like, I'm kind of getting off on another topic here, but I'm opening up the floodgates on a lot of topics I don't usually talk about, so what the hey. Trolling. I don't mind the innocent, mischievous trolling. That's the kind of funny, the kind of funny, like, whenever I was laughing about turning my dog into a goat, it's like turning an allied, Spock turned my allied dog, Mong, into a goat, and it was just kind of funny, because it was that mischievous, innocent sort of trolling. That I don't mind as much, because it's just for personal pleasure, and it's not really, mean-spirited. But then there's that other hate-based. I wanted to destroy someone. I want to take someone down a notch. The hate-based trolling is really the problem. But so, ultimately games where there's a bit of trolling, a little, it's like, so, I guess I'm saying if somebody logged into Don't Starve Together and did a little bit of trolling, burned a few trees, but when I called them on, it was like, hey, stop, burning all my stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I might be willing to forgive them at least once. A multiple offender, you might get yourself banned, but I'm not asking to be trolled here. Let's just make it perfectly clear. But there's different kinds of trolling, and innocent natured fun is one thing, like juvenile silliness versus real real hate. I mean, I think you guys know where I'm coming from. Anyways, and yeah, just not really a fan of the hate, more a fan of joy and making people happy. So I hope wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever your political disposition is, I hope you're having a good day. I am. Let's all be happy. Good things might happen, bad things might happen, but let's just be hopeful, okay? All right, so thanks. I like you guys. I love you guys. What the hey? I'll see you together. I'll see you tomorrow on the live stream. That's 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be playing Don't Starve together. I'll put the details of the Discord server in the description so you can pop on in. And that's it. So I guess I'll see you then tomorrow, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you then. Thanks a lot. Good night.